Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. How are you all doing? Yes, it is Saturday, and welcome to another edition of Spinning. This is where we're going to talk about the albums and CDs and music that I listened to this week. So, feel free to put some comments about what you see, what you don't see, if you what you like, what did you listen to this week. But before we get started, please go down there, hit if you haven't done so yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help it grow. And remarks always count. Don't forget, channel membership and super chats is open. So here we go. The first one of the day was we're going to be doing another album by Rainbow. Why? And it almost looks like the Rising one as far as the color goes and so forth. And I always have a hard time with this particular sleeve getting it open. I think I'm going to have to change this. There we go. I'm not too real keen on the sealable ones. So anyway, it is a Japanese release. The Best of Rainbow, released in the Japan issue in 1980. It was released only in Japan and features mostly previously released studio cuts taken from the 5 studio albums Rainbow had released at that point. And this, and the 5 album CD and LP and Rising LP I have from Rainbow is enough. I don't think there'll be any more purchases unless something really special comes up. But anyway, this was special because it was a Japanese and it was at a decent price. And let's see what we got going here. It is gatefold. And on the back. It is a double album. I'll only show you one side. And it has an inner with it. Where we're going to get the lyrics in English. And we're going to get them in Japanese. I'm always curious when I get a Japanese release of exactly what they put on the inside. Sometimes they put photos in there and pictures and everything. And it was released on the Polydor album or label. Really nice vinyl. So that's how we started the week off with the 1980 Japanese release of The Best of a Rainbow. Pretty cool stuff, huh? I like my Japanese collections going up. I don't think I ever bought any many years ago. But in the last 3 to 5 years, that has changed. The next is an album I purchased from Amazon because I wanted it for a long time, and it came in a very decent price. And it was the self-titled Emerson, Lake and Palmer by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is a 2016 reissue of the 1970 debut album by the English band and started a very prog career. On release, the album went to number 4 in the UK, number 18 in the US. Lake's song Lucky Man was released as a single in 1970 and helped this group achieve a radio airplay. It peaked at number 48 in the US. There was something very interesting on this. There is an inner on it. I'm going to show it to you here in a second. Something interesting on here, and then and there's some writing on the back by Greg Lake and Hymant Brinkman, I think, who was who did the engineering. Both of them talked about 180 gram vinyl, and both of them said that they do not believe that this 180 gram vinyl sounds any better than 140. Yeah, maybe it lays a little harder on the platter because of the weight, but overall they didn't believe it. And then recently I saw a video. I was watching a video during this same week And the gentleman that gave the video said basically the same thing about 180 gram vinyl. But this was released in the 180 gram vinyl. Maybe that's why they said that. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not 180 gram. I'll have to check it later. Looks real good. Should be. It was brand new. And that was the 2016 reissue of Emerson, Lake and Palmer's self-titled album from 1970. So we're going moving along. We've been having a pretty good week so far with music, and the next one is a Whatnot pickup, and this was I always say it because I think she puts out very good products. It's by Esky Knows Vinyl. So if you're ever on Whatnot, check her out. She does a good show. She always shows the product, talks about it, talks about its quality, shows the vinyl. And this one here is Are You Going My Way? Lenny Kravitz. This is a 2016 reissue of the 1993 album. It was the third studio album by the American singer. It became Kravitz's first top 20 album on the United States Billboard 200 and his first #1 album in both Australia and the United Kingdom, achieving worldwide success that helped to establish his popularity as a performer. I've always liked Lenny Kravitz, but this is the first thing that I own in my collection by him. We do have an inner. I want to bring it out. We've got a couple inners. Okay, I think they may be both the same, but we'll bring them out. Yeah, it is about the same. Okay, we got this plenty on the couch. Then we got what I believe are lyrics on the back. No, it's not. They're both not. They are not both the same. Got Lenny here, psychedelic background. Pretty cool. This is in really good shape. So is the vinyl. It is a gatefold. So let's take a look at it. There's the front. I did like this very much, and seeing that it's the first thing in my collection by Lenny Kravitz, more may come later. Not high priority, but more will come. And it is a double album in very good shape. Husky did a good job of selling this one. So there was the third thing this week, going my way. 2016 reissue of the 1993 album by Lenny Kravitz, the American singer-songwriter. All right, now the next one I picked up. I didn't have this on my want list, but I was out at my local record shop, Wisecrack Records in Oak Hills, California. Stop by and check them out if you happen to be in the area. And this was used, but it was on sale. It was like brand new for a really crazy low price. So that is Luckin' Strange. David Gilmour's 2024. This is only like a month old, and it was already for reissue. Somebody must just not have liked it. It's the fifth studio album by the English guitarist and songwriter. Gilmour's wife, novelist Polly Sampson, wrote most of the lyrics, which she said addressed mortality and aging. This became Gilmour's third #1 album in the UK albums chart. The Piper's Call, Between 2 Points, Dark and Velvet, and Luckin' Strange were released as singles. Luckin' Strange features the keyboards recorded by the Pink Floyd keyboardist Richard Wright during a jam session at Gilmour's Barn in 2007, and Richard Wright died in 2008. It is a gatefold, so let's take a look at it. What did I think of it? I liked it. It's, mellow, you know, you know, whatchamacallit, Discogs has it classified as prog rock. I'm not sure what's much prog rock, but again, prog rock, I still am not schooled enough on that to be able to call something prog or not. But I do on occasion. Then it has a nice book in it. I don't know if this is going to be a challenge because the book's so big or not, folks. Lyrics. Pictures and lyrics. And treadle. Looks like credits. So for a single release, this is a pretty nice package to put together here. Yeah, I did like it. I do like Pink Floyd. If you like Pink Floyd, you probably would like this. You got the David Gilmour sounds, and what the heck, a lot of the sounds in Pink Floyd were from David Gilmour. It's on a nice, like a greenish blue, translucent. So blue in there, but when I'm looking at it right in front of me, it looks green. Played very nice. Nice addition to the collection. Well, I didn't go out there looking for that. I just happened to run across it. That was pretty cool. Okay, time of the week came. I keep putting it down. It makes the microphone bang. That's crazy. Time of the week came to go into the CDs. Well, the first CD of the week is Women and Children First by Van Halen. Still working on it. This comes from this CD set of the first 6 albums by Van Halen, the David Lee Roth days. It's a pretty good, nice set. And it's called the studio album, 78 to 84. If you're looking for it, nice pickup. Well, anyway, this is a 1980 album released in that 2013 6 CD issue. The album is somewhat different from his first 2 albums in the way that it features more studio overdubs and significantly less background vocals. Could This Be Magic contains the only female backing vocal ever recorded for a Van Halen song. Ever. Wow. I wonder, who wrote that? If they wrote it back then or that they updated it. Really good. It's rock and roll. Can't go bad with Van Halen, I don't think, if you're looking for some rock and roll, folks. All right, so that was Women and Children First, the 1980 album by Van Halen. Next, we got I was thinking about this while I was listening to it as to why I would have bought it. Hey, it's got a couple good songs on it, but it's Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. This is a 1989 CD and the 4th studio album by the American singer. Well, 1989, my daughter was 13 years old, 12 and 13 years old, and she was heavily invested in taking dance classes in a lot of different styles. So I would think that beside like a few of the songs, I bought this primarily because of her, so that she could listen to it. 19 songs on here. Although it's a primary concept album of a socio-political utopia, was met with mixed reactions, the composition received critical acclaim. Rhythm Nation 1814, which this is, became Janet's second consecutive album to top the Billboard 200 and was certified 6 times platinum by the recording industry. It became the best-selling album of 1990 in the United States and has sold more than an estimated of 12 million copies worldwide. Wow. Don't have my glasses on. Rhythm Nation. There's a couple really good songs on here. Check it out. If you're, if you're that type of music, dance music, I would call it dance music. Uh, Check it out on your streaming services and see if you would like this or not. So that was the 1989 album Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson. Well, let's see if I can get a cup of coffee without making the mic bang. Okay, as we finish up the week with our albums, next one out of the slot already in my collection is number 40. And it is Ole, E-L-O, from 1976. It's a compilation album by the Electric Light Orchestra covering their early years. Released in 76, the LP was originally compiled by United Artists as a promotional album for the American radio stations. But when copies of the LP started selling to fans underground, United Artists decided to release it in the U.S. to capitalize on the band's growing popularity. It reached number 32 on the U.S. Billboard charts. I was listening to this album when it started off. I was going, boy, I'm not really liking the beginning of this. And I didn't. The side one, to me, was like a buildup. And then we got to side two. And then we remember, oh, yeah, okay, Showdown. Okay, Mama, Mama Bell, Evil Woman, Strange Magic. All those songs were really, really good. And I can understand why it was a big seller because of those. The first side, it's got an overture and a couple and two other roll over Beethoven. That's like a cover of Chuck Berry or somebody. But that was on the first side. There was only 3 songs in the first side. The overture was a little long. And like I said, they released it after the promos started selling. And I do have a scratch on here, a light scratch I can't feel. I got some smudges, a couple smudges that I didn't come off in the wash, in the deep clean. And I got another scratch on this side, but they played through fine. Okay, gotta remember, 48 years old, traveling around the world with a guy that used to party a lot and uses records a lot more than he uses them now. And so that's why there's probably those scuffs on there and scratches. I wish I could see it a little bit better. Let me see if I can see anything up there. No. So you have to take my word for it. I would never lead you astray. All right. So that was Ole, E-L-O, from 1976. And that completed my music listening for this week. It was a good week. And I look forward to next week. And I do have a special. Something special came in the mail. And I'm going to do a special video just on that. It's audio related. So watch for a special. And that, if you look back, and I did do a special on a box set by Black Sabbath a while back ago. This will be another box set, but not by Black Sabbath. So take care of yourselves out there. Thank you for stopping by. Be kind to each other and stay safe.